The Cleveland Cavaliers, in front of 22,000 screaming, standing fans, are trailing the Washington Bullets 71-69. The Bullets will have the basketball, and we open play in the fourth and final period.
12 minutes away, fellas, from a vacation for somebody. And the Bullets going to have to keep their intensity up, and they need a basket right here.
Bullets with Dave Bing, Jimmy Jones, Wes Unseld, Nick Weatherspoon, Elvin Hayes, as Jones, the length of the floor, got it rimmed in and out.
The last two Bullet shots have gone in and out.
Back come the Cavaliers, trailing by 2 and a chance to tie. Foots Walker with a basketball, out front, top of the key. Cut off. Bingo Smith penetrates, lays it off to Thurman. Behind him a bit, goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Cleveland.
Boy, good defense. Everybody playing tough defense. 12 minutes to play, or you can watch the rest of the playoffs.
One of the Cleveland newspapers said today, isn't it a shame that both these teams can't win it? Dick Snyder outside. Yes. 17 for Snyder. We are tied at 71. That is the 5th tie. We've had 10 lead changes, and with 11:15 to play, we are where we started, dead even. Foots Walker kicks the ball away. It goes out of bounds.
Well, you know, it's only right that this game goes down to the last 12 minutes because it's been even throughout the series.
Cleveland a 2-point choice to win, primarily because they're home. Here's Hayes, turnaround shot. Elvin drills that one from outside. 19 for Elvin Hayes, and he has got to be a factor now.
He's going to have to take up the scoring load.
Chenier on the bench with 5 fouls. Foots Walker inside to Thurman. Thurman with Weatherspoon. Goes to the hoop with a hook shot that's short. Gets his own follow, puts it up and in.
Went to the boards.
We are tied at 73.
I thought that was a loose ball foul, but they didn't call it my way.
Jones. Crowd hollers defense. Weatherspoon into the free throw circle. Bumped away by Bingo Smith, I believe.
Yep.
Bingo picks up his first team foul in the 4th period, and that's an ever-important statistic in this ball game. Dave Bingo put it in play for Washington. They lead, or they don't lead. They are tied at 73. Jimmy Jones, baseline right, inside. Hayes stepped on it. Jones's foot hit the baseline, and the Bullets turn over the ball.
Well, I thought he was going to pick up a technical in.
17th turnover in the ball game against the Washington Bullets.
It's a mismatch. Elvin Hayes is playing. Foots Walker.
Elvin Hayes is playing his own defense. Bing steals the ball. Lead pass from Jones. Bing has to gather it in and lay it up and in.
Well, what a great play by Dave Bing.
Great pass by Jimmy Jones to assist on the play.
Bullets by 2, 75-73. 9:50 to play in a ball game. Bing almost steals it from Walker. He's challenging the officials with that reach-in tactic. Campy Russell. Elvin Hayes. Russell to the hoop. Put it up. Blocked by Hayes. No. Shot was no good. Offensive foul on Russell coming down.
I'm surprised he tried to challenge him. He just challenged Elvin Hayes straight to the basket that time.
Phil Chenier is checked back into the ball game for the Washington Bullets.
Look at this. Right into him. Straight over him. It's a tough assignment. It's a surprise to me with 9.5 minutes left that Chenier's back in. It shows you the confidence that K.C. Jones has in the intelligence of Phil Chenier to stay out of, not pick up that 6th foul.
Bill Fitch has sent Austin Carr into the ball game to match up with Phil Chenier. Chenier inside, lays it out front to Jones. Unseld almost lost it. Hayes picks it up. Goes inside to Chenier. Fakes, puts up the shot. No. They got a whistle inside. 3-second violation.
Oh!
First time it's been called in this basketball game. Bullets by 2, 75-73. 9:15 left to play, and the clock is running. We're down to 9:05. Cleamons' shot no good. Rebound to Thurman. Out front to Carr.
He kept it alive.
Oh, you see a guy like Nate Thurman hustle as long as he's been in the league, and you know what professional sports is all about. Ball stolen away by Jimmy Jones. Carr tried to penetrate. Jones took it away.
Good defensive play by JJ that time.
Jones all the way to the baseline. Cut off underneath. Hayes, block, follow. Good. Elvin Hayes gets it down. 21 for E. 77-73. The Bullets have worked it back to 4. 8:25 left to play in the ball game. Here's Brewer outside.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that Jim Brewer can score from out there, but he's done it in the last 2 games.
I'll tell you, he feels comfortable shooting there, and he's taking the shot. They're giving it to him. Why not take it?
I think I'd have to give it to him, too.
Everybody, they say they're going to give it to him.
We got a whistle underneath away from the basketball. Jake O'Donnell blows the whistle.
Boy, the type of movement you're seeing from Phil Chenier moving without the ball, and they call a foul on Austin Carr. But boy, that official can call that thing either way, anytime. That's a very dangerous move.
Brewers hit 5 out of 7 from the floor as Chenier tries to drive. They don't call a foul, and Phil is a little upset about that one.
Good smart play then. Thurman had come over to pick up Phil Chenier, and he tried to bounce it back to Hayes, and they thought it went off of Nate Thurman's leg, but they didn't get the call.
Bullets now apply pressure in the backcourt. Washington leads by 2. 7:55 to play in Game 7. The winner to meet the winner of the Boston Buffalo series. Off the glass, no good. Quickly, it's taken away by Thurman and set back out now to Cleamons.
20-second injury timeout for the Cavaliers.
Thurman shaken up a little bit. They'll take a 20-second injury timeout as Charlie Strasser, the trainer for the Cleveland Cavaliers, comes out to check with the old veteran.
Mike, I think he got an elbow on the rebound.
Well, the officials are letting that loose ball foul go tonight. They're really letting them go to the boards, and Thurman did a good job that time, crashing the offensive board, keeping the ball alive, getting the offensive rebound. Casey Jones has made a strategic move. He's put Mike Reardon in at the guard position to guard Austin Carr.
So Reardon and Bing will be at the guards, Weatherspoon and Hayes on the wings, and it'll be Wes Unseld in the middle. That gives Phil Chenier time to kind of get a rest and get ready for the last part of this 4th period, and they'll need him. Chenier has 27 in the ball game, leads all scorers. Hayes with 21. Carr with Reardon. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Cleamons inside, cut off. 2 seconds left. Gets rid of the ball. Brewer inside. They won't get it off. Cavaliers turn it over as the 24-second clock runs out. Dave Bing holding his right thumb again as Casey Jones walks out. And Chenier comes back into the ball game.
Good move right there defensively. Mike Reardon did an excellent job.
When have you seen Casey Jones make this many changes in a ball game? He is really working that bench over.
He certainly has, and so far they've all turned out good for him.
Chenier puts up the one-hander. He hit it. Chenier with 29 gets a big basket.
When was the last time he missed one? The only one he made one they didn't call with a 3-second violation, but I ain't seen him missing quite a while.
79-75. Bullets by 4 as Cleamons turns around and is fouled by Bing. Bing second.
I think Dave, Jimmy Jones was already at the scores table to check back in because Dave banged his thumb again, and I'm sure Casey would like to have him healthy with about 2 or 3 minutes to go in this game.
Cleamons will be at the line to shoot 2. Chenier, when you were talking a moment ago, has hit 13 out of 16.
I tell you, I think he missed one at halftime during warm-ups, and that was his last shot.
Cleamons free throws, they're going to have to make their free throws down the stretch.
Cleamons missed the first one, got the second. He has 10. 79-76. Bullets by 3. Biggest lead 5. Trailed by as many as 7. Back in the first period at 21-14. And it has been closer than that ever since, flip-flopping back and forth, and we've got a whistle inside.
Austin Carr was hanging on for dear life on that play. He had Phil Chenier around the arm.
That's the 3rd team foul on the Cavaliers in this period.
That's an impossible assignment. The way Phil Chenier moves so well without the ball, when he gets a double pick, and he can run you any way he wants to, and it's so tough for him. And Washington carelessly throws the ball away again on the inbound pass.
Every time they've had a chance to go up and really exert some pressure, they've committed an error, or thrown the ball away. They're going to have to protect the basketball.
Bullets by 3, 79-76. 6.5 left in this ball game. Probably should say in regulation. That's Cleamons. To Austin Carr, all alone. No good. He has not been a factor here tonight, but oh, can he be when he gets it going.
It's just he's the same type of shooter as Phil Chenier. When he hits that streak, look out.
Bullets by 3 can match their biggest lead on this trip. As I said, they've led by 4, they've led by 5. Hayes, quick turnaround shot, a little out of his range, didn't get it. Rebound to Campy Russell.
Hey, you got to give Nate Thurman a lot of credit. He's come in and done a pretty good job on.
I have to tell you what we're
Elvin
seeing.
Hayes.
The largest crowd ever to see an NBA playoff basketball game, 21,564, and the largest crowd ever to see the Cleveland Cavaliers play a basketball game in attendance here. And that is the 4th straight time they've broken a record, I believe, or the 3rd time they've broken it. They set it in game 1. And I guess it's a series record also.
It's got to be, Mike. 138,475 people have seen this series.
Bullets by 3, 5:50 left in the ball game.
You wouldn't find a handful that could ever say they've been disappointed.
Cleamons stops top of the key. Thurman tried to roll, no room. He hit it. Cleamons didn't have the pick and go, so he took the shot and hit it. And the Bullets lead is 1. 5.5 to play. 79-78. Talk about coaches and players earning their money. Chenier, cut off by Snyder, almost lost it and saved it. Hayes with the ball, 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Cross court thrown away. Campy Russell, Snyder outside. No, I almost said it.
They had a chance to go up for the first time in a long time.
He doesn't miss many like that. I anticipate a little bit. Bill Fitch showing the strain of the game. Chenier tried to bounce inside, knocked out of bounds off of Thurman. Looks like it hit him on the toe. He's hopping around a little bit.
Well, there again, the good move and on a good play. It's a 2-man play between Chenier and Hayes.
Kicked out again, that time by Cleamons. Bullets will play it from the side this time.
They got to protect that ball down in this stage of the game. They're going to let Jimmy Jones take it out.
Jones to Unseld. Chenier away from the basketball. Jones works into the baseline, comes back out. Chenier laying off on the right side. They go inside now to Weatherspoon. He'll put it up short. Rebound, big board by Elvin Hayes. Turnaround follow. Hayes got it on the back of the rim. Thurman takes it away. 4:30 left to play. Bullets by 1. Cleamons, length of the floor. Hanging shot is no good. On the floor. Bullets don't get the rebound with 3 inside. Cleamons, yes!
They're up for the first time in a long time.
Chenier misses. Bullets trail by 1. 4:06 to play. That was the 11th lead change in this ball game, and it was a big one. There goes Brewer, and a foul is going to be called as Brewer goes down hard. Unseld will pick it up.
They're going to call it on Wes Unseld.
His first and only the second team foul called on the Bullets in this period.
Here you see the quick move by Brewer. Unseld coming across. Looks like he has position. A judgment call. He didn't get it to go down, but still a good foul by Wes Unseld.
Brewer will shoot 2. He's 1 out of 2. Got the first one. Cavaliers lead it by 2 with 3:54 left to play. Brewer can give them a 3-point lead and doesn't. Rebound to Hayes, and we've got a foul, loose ball foul call.
He finally caught Thurman, didn't he?
Yeah, they finally caught him coming over the top.
That is the 4th team foul in the ball game. We talked at the top about how important the fouls would be, and looks like it's coming down to that. Bullets trail by 2, 81-79. 3:45 left in this ball game. Game 7, Chenier to Unseld. Underneath with a scoop, no good. Thurman with a save. Cleamons keeps it in play. Cleamons, layup good. What a play
What a great pass.
Slow basket. At half court, Dick O'Donnell says that he stepped out of bounds.
He stepped out of bounds at half court. They're disallowing the basket.
There's Bill Fitch.
Let's remember that play. A very alert official call on an out of bounds.
That would have made it 83-79, but it is 81-79, and the Bullets get a bit of a break. With 3:36 left to play in this ball game, the Bullets trail it by 2, 81-79, and I got to tell you something, these people are going bananas here at the Coliseum in Richfield, Ohio.
I tell you, he saw the old man come to life down at the other end. When look at Nate Thurman hustle here. Thurman's over for the save up the sideline. It'd be difficult to pick up. The ball must have bounced. It's hard to pick up with it. The ball must have bounced on the out of bounds marker.
Yeah, Cleamons' foot didn't hit that line.
Cleamons was way away from it.
But it must have been Thurman that was out then, because Cleamons was not out of bounds.
Well,
but they threw the ball up to the half-court
Jake
line.
O'Donnell was up near that half-court line pointing to that line. It must have been the ball came down on.
The ball must have bounced on the out-of-bounds marker.
The Bullets, with 3:36 left to play in the fourth period, have only scored 8 points. But Cleveland has only scored 12. Here's where the ball bounces on
Let's
the line.
see if we can pick up the bounce of the basketball. I think we might be sealed. I think we can see it right between the bounce. You can pick up the ball right between the legs of Jim Cleamons. You see the ball come down, and a piece of the ball gets the out of bounds marker.
Well, let's set it for you. Fourth period, 7th game NBA playoffs. 3 minutes, 36 seconds left. Bullets trail it 81-79. Washington with 45, Chenier, 41, Unseld, 11, Hayes, 12, Weatherspoon, and number 15, Jimmy Jones. Cleveland with number 10, Dick Snyder, as they go to Unseld. Chenier, right side, his shot's no good. Rebound to Thurman. Lead pass, they let Snyder loose. Snyder underneath, reverses, score!
What a clutch shot by Dick Snyder. Great pass by Thurman.
3:05 left. Bullets trail at 83-79. Weatherspoon cans it. That quiets the crowd.
What a clutch shot by Nick Weatherspoon. I tell you, the Bullets have to be very careful. Keep their poise here.
That's right. They're going to have to play good sound basketball right here. Don't give up any cheap baskets.
2:50 left to play. 83-81. Washington down by 2. Snyder 10. Pulls up to Cleamons. His one-hander. New. Rebound Chenier. What a big rebound by Phil Chenier.
Another chance to tie. Kind of sounds redundant to say a chance to tie.
They've only need a basket here.
Only been 6 ties in the game. Last time at 73. They throw it away. Unseld threw it away as Snyder stepped in front. They go inside, and traveling is caught on Russell. That was a bad move by Dick Snyder.
It certainly was. Bad pass by Snyder. He didn't expect. Campy Russell did not expect the pass. He wasn't ready to catch it. He was in traffic and couldn't get the ball on the floor. He had to travel.
17th turnover credited against Cleveland. The Bullets have turned it over 23 times. The high of this series was the Bullets' 26. 2-point ball game. Clock running, 2:10 to play. Jimmy Jones with a big one to tie. 6 for Jones.
2 minutes left in the game.
A minute 55 left, and we are dead even at 83-83.
It's unreal, these two teams. They go in the 7th game, and they come down.
Snyder, no good. Snyder follows.
That's a case where Phil Chenier did not box him off the board.
A minute 35 left. Bullets trail by 2. Oh, what every trip down the floor means in this game now, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Jim Cleamons picks up the foul, his second. That puts Washington in the bonus. The Bullets now will begin to shoot the free throws with Elvin Hayes at the line. And what kind of irony do we have here in Richfield?
We talked about it at the beginning of the game. The coaches talked about it. And I'll tell you, They got to go to the free throw line here to beat you. They had a mismatch.
Elvin Hayes misses his first one. He is 3 out of 5 on the night. And his second one. No good!
Missed them both. Again, Elvin missed both free throws.
With a chance to tie, Hayes blows the free throws. 1:20 left in the ball game, and the Bullets trail by 2. Knocked away by Jones.
Jimmy Jones playing a super basketball game.
Hayes went on the floor. Jones controls play with 1:05 left. Bullets trail by 2. Jones cut off, looks for help. Chenier with the ball. A whistle is blown underneath as Darryl Garrettson blows it, and 3 seconds is called.
Another mistake. Can you believe this?
24th turnover in the ball game.
Both teams.
1 minute left to play. 85-83, Cleveland. And you see on the top of your screen the clock. That is the scoreboard clock.
I'll tell you, there's no one leaving this place tonight to get out.
8 seconds left on the shot clock. The Cavaliers with the ball. Snyder with Chenier. Trying to force Chenier with 5 fouls. The layup is up, no good. Still loose. Thurman takes it away. It's taken off by Jones. Bullets control to Weatherspoon. 30 seconds left to play. Bullets trail by 2. Here's Chenier. Chenier's one-hander. Yes! Chenier ties it. 31 for Chenier, and he ties it at 85.
This is anybody's basketball game now. This is a barn burner.
24 seconds left to play. We are tied at 85 as Chenier with 31 and 5 fouls.
And what a great shot. Watch his shot. Cleamons on him. Takes it up. He goes up with him. Great concentration. Great follow through. 31st point. Well, it's the only way it should be. We go down to the end. 24 seconds left, dead even.
Well, in the NBA, you have 24 seconds to shoot. There are 24 seconds left on both clocks. We are tied at 85, and 2 teams who have battled through 6 games have come right down to the final shot of the ball game, and that's what it amounts to.
I tell you, in the last possession, too, it could be with 24 seconds. They can run the clock down, take the one shot. Washington got to just play tough defense throughout this. I'll tell you, if the rest of the NBA playoffs go like this, I don't see how they can. It's got to be anticlimactical.
What a night Chenier's had. 14 of 19, 31 points. He has played most of this second half with 5 fouls.
Again, it comes down to Elvin Hayes making one of those free throws again. I hate that had to happen at the end of the basketball game. That Elvin Hayes, again, will be remembered in this ball game, maybe whether he made those free throws.
Well, that's a case that we talked about earlier. That's something I used to do. Recall what a great basketball player he was to a man by the name of Wilt Chamberlain. And they used to do this time and again, and he'd have to go to the free throw line because it's part of the basketball game. You take the worst foul shooter, and I tell you, if something happens in this possession to the Cleveland Cavaliers, you can be sure they're going to foul Elvin Hayes or Wes Unseld.
The Cavaliers with number 20, Campy Russell, 42, Nate Thurman, 52, Jim Brewer, 10, Dick Snyder, and 35, Jim Cleamons. The Bullets return with 15, Jimmy Jones, and what 2 games he's had in the last 2 of this playoff series. No, I don't think enough can be said. 45, Chenier, 11, Hayes, and 41, Unseld, and Nick Weatherspoon, number 12. Cavaliers with the ball, 24 seconds left, and extinction for one of these teams, and we're tied at 85. And right now, I bet there's some people who wish it was a 9-game series. Probably the owners of these 2 arenas.
We could be here through sermonette if they go into overtime.
15 seconds left. Cleamons outside with the ball. Jones is with him. They call time with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Oh.
Good, smart, I think, basketball, don't you, Chuck Taylor?
That's right, but, they still have to get the ball inbounds. And I saw the Bullets lose a game like this when they had 12 seconds left to go. They were up by 4, and the inbound pass was stolen. Now, the Bullets are going to have to play good D here and force them out of the spot they want to be
But
in.
they cannot foul.
But
Whoa.
now the Bullets in a situation where they have to anticipate what they've been doing. I think you might look for something different in this situation that we haven't seen before.
Probably a zone.
You don't want to tell us what
Probably
it
a
is.
zone out of bounds play.
I just kind of hung on that. I was waiting for you to tell me what it was.
No, because Tate's Lock said that you should, with the Bullets, by calling the timeout play, remember Bingo Smith. You remember he got one down in Washington, and you remember he took another one where Cleamons came in and got the rebound. So they've been successful in this situation, and I think they like the situation they're in right now.
9 seconds left to play. We are tied at 85.
They've got Bingo Smith in the ball game. I see him taking his jersey off.
I wonder why.
Well, if they can this last second shot, I'm going to duck.
That's the best thing to do in here.
The 21,564 have been on their feet, and they are all that way now. Not a soul has left this arena.
I'll tell you, I'm supposed to somehow get to the dressing room, if possible, and I don't see how in the world I'm going to get there. I'll tell you
The way
that.
you could get there is if the floor under where you're sitting collapsed.
I'll tell you, they're going to have to throw me down there. There's just no way to get to that floor.
They're getting Jim Chones back into the ballgame. So it'll be Chones, Bingo Smith, Campy Russell, Jim Cleamons, and Dick Snyder.
Well, you can be sure it's either going to be Bingo or Russell, unless they just get caught with the clock and somebody has to throw it up, and then it's a matter of everybody else going to the board.
9 seconds left. Here we go. Tied at 85. Dick Snyder with the ball. 6 seconds left. Snyder inside. Layup good.
They got a mismatch. They got a mismatch on Wes Unseld with a quick guard, Dick Snyder, who never made a more clutch driving layup than he did right then for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yes, that's a big play. I thought Phil Chenier, he had five fouls on him. He didn't challenge him when he came to the board.
Let's take a look at the replay. They had a little trouble at first. You see Snyder, and there's one Wes Unseld because of some picks on him. You see him take the drive with his left hand, go up and shoot it right-handed. And what a clutch basket that was.
87-85. 4 seconds left to play. The Bullets are trailing by 2. And this place has gone wild. 21,564, the biggest crowd ever to watch an NBA playoff game. And they have come over the restraining wall and are ringing this floor. And the ushers and usherettes in the green jackets wouldn't have a prayer if they wanted to surge to the floor. And don't think they won't if the Bullets don't come up with a miracle, and they are due one in this series.
Well, look, 4 seconds left. They got to get the ball in bounds and get the ball to Phil Chenier or either Elvin Hayes, and you can be sure one of the two guys will take the shot. And they've made shots like this before. We saw Chenier do it in Philadelphia with 2 seconds, and then the Bullets came back and got beat by Lloyd Freeze, shot at the buzzer.
That said it. 4 seconds left to play. This is Game 7. Cleveland 87, Washington 85. The Cavaliers with 35 Cleamons, 10 Dick Snyder, who just hit the layup, 22 Jim Chones, 42 Nate Thurman, 52 Jim Brewer. The Bullets with 45 Phil Chenier, who has 31 points. Number 15 Jimmy Jones, who has played his heart out, coming off the bench in these last 2 games. 11 Elvin Hayes. Number 41 Wes Unseld, who will make the inbounds pass, and number 12 Nick Weatherspoon. An entire season rests on this play. They come to Elvin Hayes' side of the floor as they did once before in this series.
This is what you call pressure. I'll tell you, what great pressure on both of these teams right here.
Unseld will make the inbounds pass. Has not yet. Goes underneath. Hayes tripped up. The game isn't going to be over. 1 second left, but Chenier shoots it and didn't get it, and it's over.
It's over with. I'll tell you, Elvin Hayes tripped going to the basket then. You don't know how he got tripped, He tripped going down and didn't have a chance to go for the alley-oop pass. And what a win for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Their first time in a playoff to come through in a situation like they have here. And what a disappointing finish for the Washington Bullets.